Austin Show is brought to you by Slow Coast Studios, Wichita's home for EPKs, live recording, podcasts, really any audio-visual stuff that you might need.
Get with PK Pest Management for all of your pest control needs, 316-305-7108. For any termite inspections or anything under the sun, we'll take care of any problem that you have.
Sacred Leaf is Wichita's favorite CBD store. They grow their own fields out in Colorado. They make a lot of their own products. Stop by, see Nikki, tell them Aaron and Austin sent you.
Get with Jealous Kitchen. They are turning Mondays into Taco Tuesdays over there at the Shamrock Pop-Up. We love everything that Jealous
It's like
is
a
doing.
Taco Tuesday pregame.
They got fried tacos that they do all the time.
With this really good like pineapple salsa.
Pineapple.
It's pretty fire. Like,
yeah, dude, it's fire. Make sure you get out to Diaper Jam 2024 this year. We moved locations. We're not at Champs this year. We're moving over to Bourbon Street. We're going to have a great time. We're on 420 this year. So come out. We're going to have vendors. There's going to be food. We're going to have tons of bands. There'll be plenty of people announced coming up. Make sure that you come out to Diaper Jam.
The Cowboy Inn is Wichita's favorite neighborhood bar. For a great patio, great service, great vibe, check out the Cowboy Inn just south of Central on St. Paul.
We'd like to welcome a new official sponsor, Whiskey Dicks. They just signed on. It's a great bar. Me and Aaron love it. We love to get our old fashions there. They got happy hour from 3 to 6 every day. So make sure you get out and support Whiskey Dicks, a new official sponsor of the Aaron and Austin Show.
The Aaron and Austin Show wants to give a huge shout out to Eddie at Wichita by EB. Go check out his podcast, The Editorial. Check out all the stuff he's doing for food trucks. He releases a list of where the food trucks are going to be. He releases a list of where the bands are going to be playing. Just an amazing dude. Go support him. Find Wichita by EB. Support him however you can. Wichita Detox for 15 years. They have a great selection of CBD products, mushroom gummies, kratom, kava, and even legal THC. Hit them up, www.alloutdetox.com, or give them a call, 316-554-7459. Be all in with All Out Detox. Dam Jam 2024, the biggest lake party in Kansas. We have Brantley Gilbert, Stone Temple Pilots, Demon Jones, Wheeler Walker Jr., Upchurch, and Joe D. Messina. So it's going to be a killer lineup. More to come. A bunch of locals popping up on that. There's a whole beach party stage. We haven't announced an act on.
Yeah, and we've got just so much going on at that show. Make sure that you're going to be out there. It's July 19th and 20th this year out at Lake Afton. Get your tickets as early as you can. There's going to be more announcements, more people coming out. They're doing 2 stages this year. The Aaron and Austin Show is going to be in the VIP section, podcasting live at the lodge all weekend long. It's going to be a blast. There's going to be camping. There's going to be dad bod contests. There is going to be a car show.
Shenanigans.
Awesome.
It's fucking awesome. If you like fun, then you know where to go. The Aaron and Austin Show.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. And what episode is this?
No, we're on. And
that is the shortest page of notes I've ever seen. I gotta tell
that's from the last show. He hadn't even made notes.
Yeah, that's not even for our show.
No, it's not even for our show. It's not even for this
All right,
one.
hell yeah. Let's just shoot from the hip.
Backwards in the thing
that's
now.
all we do.
So,
I just wanted to know what episode this was.
97, I believe,
Yeah,
isn't
it is.
Episode 97.
He ain't even started. See, I hadn't even started writing yet.
97.
Someone came in and started giving me booze and food. Fuck, shit happens.
Nothing wrong with that.
But yeah, we got a quick shout out to 42 Below, R&J's, and Whiskey Dicks, all of our new sponsors. Those are official sponsors now of the Aaron and Austin Show. We appreciate them and all of our other sponsors, the Dam Jam, Diaper Jam, all that shit's going on. So that was one thing that I was, because I heard you guys were breaking up and moving on, doing some different stuff. But I was already, but before I even got a chance to talk to you guys and we were trying to invite you on this, I was pitching you guys to the Dam Jam like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
I was like, they'd probably be interested. I mean, I didn't know. I mean, I ain't met you guys yet, but I wanted to, make sure they were kind of interested before I really reached out too hard about you guys, because Aaron and Austin Show are going to be a pretty big part of the Dam Jam. That shit's still happening. So.
That's cool.
So, but it'll just be how it's going to go down.
They had actually reached out to us a couple times, I think, last year for sure, I think, but it just didn't work out. And then I don't know what's going on now. I mean, I heard some things.
We'll find out more tomorrow.
Right.
Well, shit. I mean, the first thing is they didn't want let's fucking
and
talk
that's
about
what
that.
it is. It's Wheeler Walker Jr.
there.
Yeah, they were talking about the artist, and they
didn't want that.
they tried to hide who it was, but it is what it is.
Oh, they said it clear as day in the commissioner meeting. They were like, So what about this Wheeler Walker Jr. guy?
It's not family friendly.
I'm hearing complaints.
Yeah, we looked him up. We didn't like him.
Ask your sister. She'll
Jim
tell
Howell
you.
said he had X-rated lyrics.
Yeah.
And I was like,
But-
yeah.
but,
Have you
you
never heard
know,
of this guy?
but-
Of course he does.
But Yellow Wolf and some of these other artists they've
You
had
can
in
talk
the
about
past
meth,
didn't, you know? Yeah, but
I mean, that dude was rapping. I was there last year.
Right,
I mean,
it's
they ain't
like-
finna tell me, but I was there.
it's funny how that works, yeah.
You can talk about meth while being high on meth. but
how dare you talk about
So introduce you guys self and give us a little
Mountain Deer
rundown.
Revival in the house.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Mountain Deer Revival in the house. Give us a little bit of a rundown.
Mountain Deer Revival, yeah, it consists of myself, Jason Coffey, my twin brother, Jameson Coffey, our awesome rhythm section, Mr. Matthew Ohm, who's sitting here next to me now, Connor Edmondson on drums, and our amazing lead guitar player, Mr. Delray Shuey.
And we have the whole band in.
The whole band, yeah, I think so.
That's amazing.
That's a rarity, yeah.
We'll have to rotate you guys out so we can hear from everybody.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for sure,
we'll
for
get
sure. For
So
sure.
how did this all get together? What I mean, you guys. I think what was the first album release was in 15.
Yeah, it
So-
was probably 15, but you know, my brother and I had always played music. We've always been around it. We grew up in part ways in Amarillo, Texas, and part ways here, and we're always exposed to this awesome sound, and we wanted to do it, and we always played. We went through high school here. We graduated from East High here in town. And after high school, my brother moved away and went back to Texas for a little bit to Amarillo, where we were from, and then ended up eventually in Albuquerque, New Mexico, just south of there. And I stayed here.
Is that weird having your twin move away a little
You know,
bit?
not so much. I think it's one of those deals where after so much time, it's weird. Explaining a twin relationship to non-twins is one of those things that's it's only as valuable as somebody's perception. So it's really hard to put into words. But it really wasn't that weird at that point in time. Aaron, I'm going to say that, you that's when you learn to get tired of somebody, So it's like, all right, go do your own thing or whatever. And so, no, it was good. We went our separate ways and did our thing. And then, it was 2012, I believe, or 2011. I ended up buying a house here in town in Wichita. And Jake was going through some different transitions in his life as well, and it just worked out. We'd always played music separately. I'd been in a couple bands here, and he'd done his thing back where he was at. I called him up one night and was like, man, I got this house. Like the old cliche, let's put the band together.
Put the band back
Let's put the band back together. So he moved up here, showed up here one night, and I had a buddy of mine living with me. Jake shows up in a clapped out 7.3 F-250. Parked it in the driveway, and he had a dog, and my buddy hated dogs. We didn't know that at the time.
Sometimes it's just like, I'm gonna bring my dog. I hope everybody's cool with this.
Somebody's beating on the door at 4 a.m, and we open the door up, and it's my brother, and he's got this cattle dog in his arm, and we're just looking at him, and he just looks defeated, So we let him in.
After much debate,
And
and
I'll be damned if that truck never started again. So I mean, he couldn't leave. We pushed it back in the back of my house, and
still sitting there.
yeah, we actually just sold it last year.
I was gonna say, that motherfucker took up residency.
Yeah, but after that, no, that's how MDR formed. Jake came back to town, and I had that house, and we started writing songs together. And
So was it Mountain Deer Revival from the Flesh, or did you? What was?
No.
How did the
How'd
name
they come up
about?
with that name?
not at all.
Because it's a good one. It's one that works.
It's debatable too.
It's not. I mean, he always
No.
say that every name sucks.
I think that every name sucks.
But
It's
I
really
don't-
what you do with it.
I say
you know
not,
what I mean?
but I don't say every name sucks. There are names that are marketable.
Right.
So, like, when you're thinking of yourself outside of your fucking passion and your brand and what you're writing, when something that like people can sell, like Mountain Deer Revival can sell, like
Right.
MDR can sell.
Right.
Like, there's certain ones that hit, whether you love them or not.
Right.
Like, there's some that work. So, I think it's always a thing any band should take in real consideration. When
For sure, and the thing is we didn't take any consideration into it. So
Yeah.
that's
Sometimes that's. I
You
mean,
can take consideration or take none.
what kind of
right. You got to.
Sometimes it just
There is
kinda
no
comes.
gray area. You either do it or you don't.
Yeah.
And we didn't, and it kind of worked out. But
It's all relative, man. There's a million ways.
Well,
to
I
do
mean,
it.
it's kind of cool if you listen to our last episode. For the Birds was named by their first song that they wrote. So
Right.
I mean, that was kind of how they transitioned into it. So
Right.
sometimes it just kind of fucking falls together.
I remember we were actually when we were first getting started, we had a different rhythm section at the time, and it was fairly new. And I was happened to be hanging out with Mr. Andy Sadler, who was the drummer at the time. Yeah. Andy, yeah, you probably know Andy. And we were watching a video at his house, and doing other things after our daytime job. And this he shows me this video, and he's telling me all about how this he had watched this eagle grab this deer and off a cliff.
Oh, yeah, and drop him.
And carry it off the cliff and drop this thing and kill it. And he was like, "Yeah, dude, it was a mountain deer." And I'm like, there's no such thing as a mountain deer.
Yeah,
It's like it was a goat, dude. It had to have been a goat.
It's not. They're deer.
And he pulls up
They're
the video,
deer.
yeah, and it's like some weird, like, I don't know, fucking.
It's a goat deer.
Indian goat hybrid.
It's not really. I mean, it's a long.
It is. Like, we could probably find
those
it.
golden eagles. The golden eagles grab them and drop them
Exactly.
onto the rocks and kill them, and then go down and eat them.
And that is
Way
exactly
easier
what
than trying to kill
happened.
it.
Yeah,
So
it's fucking cool.
that's how we had this gig coming up. Well, actually, we didn't have a gig. We were going to play we had a show booked at Joe's Old Town that used to exist here in town. And before we had that show
was a cool
booked,
joint.
we were like, man, we got to go get our stage legs. We got to do something and make sure we can do this gig. So we end up down at Betty's Runway Lounge here in town, where we actually and that's where we met Aaron, I believe. And
He was working there at the time.
yeah,
I was hosting the jam.
we had like I think we had 3 songs, maybe 4. And we go down there and do our thing, and we're like, shit, man, we don't have a band name. It kept coming up, and Mountain Deer Revival came out of that video that we had watched just because we needed something. We had to have something. And I specifically remember
Did you play any
Jake.
shows? It's just like we don't know what the fuck our name is. Goes. Here we go.
I think the Betty's show, that very first, but it was an open mic, so it wasn't really a show. Yeah, we walked in, and I remember, these guys, all the old heads are up there, and Aaron and everybody, and we walk in, and, they always advertise, we got amps, bring your guitar, whatever, and I remember walking in, and these guys are like, oh, well, here's the fucking band, the band just showed up, and we're all embarrassed, like, oh, shit, like, this ain't good, what do we do?
And from our perspective, we're always super cynical. Okay, like we go, oh fuck, who are these guys? They look like they're 21, 22. This is gonna be
Right.
great.
So how much garage time have we put into this band by this time you walk in?
Oh, man.
Have you guys really got your own songs at this time already?
Yeah, we had like 3.
So just enough.
Yeah,
Hey, I will say walking into a fucking open mic with a full band and 3 original songs is a pocket full of money, in my opinion.
No, that's what ended up. Yeah, we got through them, and I remember we were just to the moon, and they ended up coming up and asking us, "Hey, will you guys play here in 2 weeks or some shit?" And we're like, "What? Oh.
You mean I got to learn more?
Yeah,
songs?
we gotta learn some more shit." Like,
well, wait a minute.
and
How long
I
do we
think,
gotta
and
play?
I believe that was, we played that one right after that Joe's show, and I remember we had to repeat a few. Yeah, you run through the set list, take a break. Give it right back to them, boys.
I know you guys love this one. Here it comes again.
We had a request for that entire last set one more time. So
We're gonna mix it up a little bit, but
We're gonna play it the other direction.
Yeah, so that's how it started, man. Yeah, it was.
So who was writing the music for this?
Jake and I had, our process was to usually write together or separately, and then we'd bring it together and work harmony parts or whatever, and the rhythm guitar parts and all that, and then bring it to the band. And that's when it really came to life. All these guys are so good at bringing their own parts to the table and composing the music as a group to where it became what our sound eventually is. Everybody always says that we have our own sound, and I hear it now. It's these guys are top notch at expressing themselves through their instruments. So yeah, we've been very blessed. And
you guys are all great musicians, man.
Well,
So-
and you've been at it
appreciate
together. How long has this group that's right now been part of this band?
So altogether, it's 10 years, Matt.
Yeah, so in 2014, April of 2014, Monica hit me up, our former manager, and she was like, hey, there's this band, Mountain Deer Revival. I don't know if you've heard about them, but they are looking for a new bass player. I don't know if you know anyone that would be interested. And I was like, I'm interested. So,
That's why she called you.
right.
Yeah.
So I was in another band at the time, and I had actually seen these guys play at Joe's. I believe it was the show at Joe's you were talking about
Yep.
a little bit ago on a Saturday. And I had been in the studio earlier that day, and I was like, I need to go see who these guys are. I've been hearing about them. I think Monica had told me about them, so I went and checked them out, and it was like jammed, and there was a lot of people there. There was lots of energy. I was like, man, this is pretty cool. And then, like I said, like it wasn't too much longer after that Monica hit me up and was like, hey, we're looking for a bass player if you know anyone. So I said, let me try it. And so they had already found Connor at that point. I think just a few weeks before I even had came over.
It wasn't too long. Yeah.
And so I was the newest and last member of the band at that point. So it's
You're all right. You can come on in here. This ain't no TV show. It's a podcast. Walk on in.
I know. I gave him the wave underneath.
Jake signing.
Yeah.
So I finished the group there, and that was 10 years ago.
So when the other rhythm section left, I'll touch on that for just a minute. They it wasn't the cleanest breakup, but we were all buddies, So it was kind of a blow because those two guys kind of left, but it was also kind of a thing where
so you lost your bass and
the
drummer
bass and the drummer at the same time. But it was also kind of a thing where it wasn't just them leaving. It was as cliche as it sounds, like a mutual split, and but it was a blow because we had this stuff that was at that point in time. The Riverfest had contacted us, and it was such a big deal at that.
You're like, what the fuck do I do?
We're about to play Riverfest. Yeah. We got to open up.
That's
for
a big deal for a local artist here,
right?
I mean, it's still even an honor for anybody, really.
Right, it really was. So we lost our rhythm section, and then what Matt was just speaking on, we were able to get in contact with himself and Connor, and they came to audition. And we'd had a couple other people come in or whatever, but man, it was, I'm not gonna go.
I heard all the stories about the audition.
I'm not gonna go.
So let's say their names and every embarrassing thing that they did. No,
I'm not gonna go into the auditions.
They were like asking them questions and recording them and all this stuff, and
we had no business even doing that.
Right.
Like
they didn't do any of that to me.
We played like 9 gigs. It's like, okay, you got to try out for us now. All right, let me see what you got.
Yeah.
And it was, You're
like in this weird position of power. You just started a band.
Oh, yeah. And it just goes straight to your head, Yeah.
Play it again.
Yeah, I told him to get the hell out of my house, but, it was cool after that. No, but it was funny. Like, it's just one of those things when, like they say, when somebody comes in and you just know.
Yeah, it clicks.
It just clicks.
The
chemistry that was just totally there when these guys came in, and it was the sound finally sounded complete, like it was right.
Yeah. So they said they contacted you, and did you have a drummer in mind when you?
No.
So did somebody else contacted him? I guess he'll tell his story. Wow, he got it.
They had already contacted.
But you guys didn't come together.
Correct.
Okay.
He had already, I think, was basically a part of it at that point. And I went over there that first night, and we just were, hanging out, playing songs, and they were just kind of showing some of the songs they were playing, and we started jamming a little bit, and it was funny because like you say, that instant connection, I instantly had it with Connor, the drummer, right away. Just
love at first sight. That's what it is.
They synced up, bud.
I was like, I don't know about the rest of these guys, but I can feel
it really is. It's all about the bassist and drummer, man.
You guys are lovely. All bands, bassists and drummers are a lovely couple.
I like to say that bass and drums, we make the mattress for the rest of the band to fuck off. Right? What I mean? Are we an extra firm mattress? Are we a water bed? I don't really know. Song specific, maybe. But
what's your sleep number?
What's your sleep number?
What's your sleep number?
You better start heating and cooling this thing. I'll tell you that.
Yeah. No,
hell yeah.
Cool for my business. I never need the heat.
I like it. Well, yeah, so as you might know, Aaron, it's really hard to find a bass player in this town.
Goddamn right.
So we just took what we got, and it worked out.
Well, I think you lucked out. You got a really good one.
No, we did.
So what were you doing before Mountain Deer Revival? Were you doing other
gay porn?
Right. You see the mustache
black metal. That's
and my back was really getting fucking fucked up.
Silver coverings from that.
Those guys hit hard, man.
No one wants to be the catcher in gay porn, I'm sure.
Right. There's a sign-up sheet, man. You'd be surprised.
No, I was actually in another band.
You fuck?
What do you want now? You want some noodles? We have a whole bar now, thanks to R&J's Discount Liquor.
I want want some of
That's
that new
right.
stuff we got today.
Oh, you want the Bib and Tucker?
Yeah, I want that Bib and Tucker.
Good choice. Good choice.
I'll try some of that as well.
Yeah, please. We got a cup for you here.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah. We got some clean.
Awesome.
That was a clean one.
Yeah, it is. It looks clean. Looks
As
shiny.
long as it's whiskey, boys. It's all right.
Self-sanitizes,
Right,
really.
we're all right.
Yeah, I've heard that shit before.
That's because it's true.
So tell me a little bit about this building we're in, if you don't mind.
So,
Yeah.
I've
the
driven by it 100
original-
times.
Original church. Then it's been a couple of fucking things. Previous to this, it was Greyhound Printing Press.
Okay.
So they owned. I think they did their shit on the bottom, and they rented upstairs. And what happened was Aaron got a chance as our nonprofit and our LLC that runs the studio and Meg all to purchase this building. I'll let Aaron take over from here and kind of tell him what we really got
Yeah,
going
but,
on here. We got a lot of fun fucking shit going on.
Yeah, that's awesome.
It's been really cool, man. Right across the way, we have Seckman Music, and he created a curriculum for 4 to 7-year-olds to learn music.
That's awesome.
And that curriculum is being used all over the country. He publishes a couple learning books for kids, but he just has a really fun approach.
And he also teaches music to all age kids just across over there anytime, readable time,
There's
all,
online
multiple instruments.
classes.
Great.
There's a whole bunch of stuff. Voice lessons. He's got a whole badass thing going on over there.
Yeah, talented guy too.
That's cool.
This is our podcast studio where, where we drink and
really
film
cool.
things.
It's starting to pay for itself too. We believe
Yeah,
it or not.
it's starting to work. It's starting to work out.
That's a special feeling. I know.
It took 2 years, man. Fuck.
Next door, we have Daniel Scott Films.
Okay.
He does music videos and photography for different bands.
Right.
Then you saw the venue as you walked in.
Yeah.
Like, all ages, no alcohol venue.
Right.
I feel really strongly that should exist
No, I
in a music scene.
A safe
For
place for young musicians to grow up. That's not always a bar.
Yeah.
Before you get to that age, it's nice to have a place to play.
What if you could find your value of your high school band before you hit the bar scene?
Exactly.
What if you were
There
getting
was never-
$600 a night
Now
before
we're
you
not
hit the
playing for
bar
free.
scene?
There was never a place like
Yeah.
that for us to exist in the world that we
Same
grew
here.
up
You
in.
Same
gotta
here.
go,
You
you gotta
guys
go
know
play for
that.
free, or
Yeah.
drinks that you shouldn't be given to you
Right.
because you're not
You're
21.
at some party, you know.
Yeah, so
trying not to play Wonderwall around the fire, you know.
Exactly.
So right next to that venue, we have a recording studio, and I can record live shows there. We actually just did that recently for Crinkles the Clown. He has a comedy set
Right.
that he does, and so we had Daniel film the whole thing, and then we recorded the whole thing. We're going to release a DVD about it,
Oh, nice.
all produced out of here.
That's
right?
cool.
So,
Yeah.
so at the very end of the day, me and Aaron have even got asked to do fucking commercials now. So look out for me. Look out for me and Aaron on doing an all-out detox commercial that's going to be on T95 and 104.5.
Hey.
Awesome.
So and
Can
then
I show you guys something
Oh,
crazy?
yeah.
This is the Colonel Commander.
Yeah, so we're doing commercials for this shit too.
All right. The Colonel Commander allows you to drink your popcorn. Is that what it is? like yeah, to like,
Keep your buttery ass hands salt and
love
butter
it.
free.
Dude,
right, so you don't have grease all over your hands now.
Yeah,
you
it's
have popcorn in there? You
Yeah.
do.
yeah.
Yeah, how old
Oh,
is
we
it?
just made it.
We just got today.
We just made it.
We've been shooting this commercial today, trying to.
You mind if I
get
get a
through the
pull?
fucking
Yeah,
script.
go ahead. Get
Hey,
him.
man, let me get a pull.
Yeah, here you go, man.
Yeah, butterless pulls. We'll call them butterless popcorn pulls.
Yeah, buddy.
That's amazing.
See, and your hands are not greasy, right?
Yeah, I'm playing with my phone right now. I'm not talking to you guys.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean, you got
How
the.
easy and convenient is
that's-
that?
I mean, you have
That's a
the
good
lid.
That's a winner.
It's got the kernel catching technology
Yep.
that you want.
Right inside
I mean,
there.
What else are you gonna do there?
That catches the kernels. You see that?
That's pretty awesome.
That's
Yeah.
the catcher.
It's a kernel
like
catcher.
it. I like it.
Yeah, you gotta
my
fucking.
God.
It's super easy to put on and off.
Yeah, super easy to put on and off of there.
Super convenient.
Looks like it. Looks like it.
I was wondering what that was.
Super wonderful.
So I mean, we've got a couple other podcasts that we produce in this room too. And anybody who wants to do a podcast, we got fucking space for you. You got pretty cheap rates, and we've been doing this for 2 years. We kind of tell you what the fuck to do.
Right.
And the other room downstairs, actually, Veronica Nelson with Mid Kansas Music. I think it's Mid Kansas. I get
Made
confused
Kansas
about
music, isn't it?
that. Yeah, Mid Kansas Music. I think that's what it is.
Yeah.
So Governor Kelly basically appointed a board of people, old blue-haired people, I'm sure, that she put these people together in a room and said, "Why does Kansas music scene suck? Why are we a flyover state? What's going on here? You know."
Because you cancel fucking Damn Jam
Yeah.
concerts.
There you go. But so this council of blue hairs basically said, I don't know. I'm not in touch with that. You should probably ask the people that are boots on the ground in these communities about that. And so,
which was a good idea.
Yeah. So
at least they were like acknowledged that I don't have a fucking clue what's going on in the music industry.
So that's really what's happening. And Veronica Nelson rents out this office space down there, and it's basically our community's tie to state funding on a certain level. And so because I have the nonprofit, I'm able to kind of take advantage of some of those grants and put them where we need them locally. Put that money where. Now that's the idea. This is also a very new thing that's happening.
Yeah, beginning stages.
Yeah, the beginning stages of that. But that's the idea.
And Aaron's been in this music industry since
75 years.
He's
75 years. He's actually running for mayor of Winfield.
75 combined years right here.
Yeah.
No,
82 years of experience.
Aaron has been in this scene, as long as I can remember.
Yeah.
And he's been a staple with helping young musicians and
he hasn't asked
old
for
musicians.
He hasn't asked for shit. And that's what I love about him. He hasn't asked for shit from
That's why I haven't got shit.
Yeah, he bummed a smoke from me earlier when we were downstairs.
Maybe.
But other than that, everything's been good.
But I mean, we've talked our way into something beautiful here, and I hope me and Eric can keep this building going, along with Jeff Kelly.
Jeff Kelly's my business
Tracy.
partner.
Jeff and Tracy work really hard here, so
That's
we appreciate
great.
them too.
No, we appreciate you guys inviting us up to shoot the bull a little bit with you, man.
Yeah, so you guys got to give us a little bit of the inside.
Yeah,
you want to introduce everybody else too?
Yeah,
Let's get everybody over
we'll
here.
do that now.
Grab a coolers and get over here, boys.
Yeah, get
Jake brought a whole fucking cooler in here. Did you see his ass?
I love an overachiever.
Yeah, yeah. Wait for the band to split up before he starts bringing booze at the table. No, my brother Jake Coffee and Mr.
And just be
Connor
mindful
Edmondson.
of that camera line of sight right there. This camera over here is your guys's.
Yeah, as long as you don't stand in the way of that one, we're fine. And no one gives a fuck. They've seen our stupid asses every time anyway. So, I mean.
Yeah.
What is this?
Whiskey and
Looks a little dark.
Oh, that's hers.
Put whiskey in it. Darkest fucking whiskey ever.
Yeah. Looks like a 3-day bender for me.
Yeah, shit.
That old Cheerio.
It's Coke Zero, and she is requesting a bit of whiskey. So you guys can do it however you want. Give everybody a mic. And when you are talking on the mic, guys, try to get at least within a finger of that bad boy. I swear we clean them every year. They're brand new.
Whether they need them or not, we clean them once a year.
That's a little better, Hugh.
That's a fact.
I was here on time. I was across the street in the school parking lot with an open cooler of beer and a firearm on me, just waiting to see who was going to come out and get me. I was in the wrong spot. So sorry I was a little late.
No, you're fine.
He's like, we're doing this podcast at Dog
And our parking lot's pretty full right
He
now.
didn't tell me it was at a school, and why were all these kids carrying basketballs in?
Yeah. We got backpacks everywhere. This is ridiculous. Would you guys?
We're starting a new scene.
Would you guys like any bourbon?
I'm
Yeah. Hey, I was about to say, I know somebody out there would like a little bourbon.
oh, hell, I'll take one too, Aaron.
Yeah, we
please.
got cups. We got cups for you and bourbon and everything.
I'm gonna drink my beer.
Get this.
Well,
man
after the
one.
last time, I think we can appreciate that.
Just make sure we drive home safe. Everybody drives home safe. We fly them home on a helicopter that me and Aaron own. They make it home safe every time. Perfect.
We own it, but we don't drive it. So.
You drive it. You do a pretty good job.
I love it.
And go.
And go. We were going.
I wouldn't even go. I didn't even stop.
What are we doing now?
There we go.
So go ahead and introduce everybody.
I don't know.
And tell us what everybody does in the band, just so we keep that clear. I'm sure I'll fucking forget, but
I'm Jake Coffee, also known as Jameson Dwayne Coffee. AKA.
Just AKA.
That's
everybody
right.
in here?
yeah, dude. Self-appointed nicknames are the
I play
best.
guitar and I write songs and sing. And to my left here, I'll pass it off.
My name is Connor Edmondson. I play drums all the goddamn time. That's right.
He plays a little bit of everything, to be fucking honest with you, man. That guy's a hell of a musician, really.
Delray Shuey, guitar.
Yeah.
T-shirt designs, I suppose.
Oh, yeah.
Stained glass designs. He's an artist of all
Nice, you do stained glass.
all the
That's fun,
synths. He did all of our artwork for our albums, our T-shirts, all that stuff. He was the guy that
man.
was
It's always nice when somebody in the band can handle that shit.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
was
right.
nice, especially in the beginning.
Well,
What are we drinking here? I forgot to ask.
Oh, this is Bib and Tucker Double Char Bourbon.
The old Bib
Shout
and
out
Tuck.
to
Bib and Tucks.
Bib and Tuck.
Oh yeah, thank you guys.
Shout out
Thanks
to
for having
Rogers.
us.
Definitely. Thank you, R&J's.
So let's get right into it. We're fresh off our last show. we just did Wave last week, right? Or fucking
Saturday.
Last Saturday night. How was the turnout on that? You guys get a good turnout on that?
It was fucking sold out, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was sold out. And it's about 2 days and before it was the show, they contacted us. So they were out of tickets, and yeah, it was it's a good feeling. It was it's bittersweet in a sense. It's I can hear.
You bet these make you hear better.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
so I got my hands full here. Hold on. Yeah. They gave me all the bib and tucks.
You damn triple fisting over there.
Okay, so here we are back. Sorry about the delay, boys.
Yeah, we didn't know.
Yeah, it was a good feeling. We were contacted and told it was sold out, and we I couldn't believe the turnout and how many people were there just to support us all through the years, and then you started seeing a flood of people faces and that you would never even expect to show up and support you at the end there. I mean,
so you got like a nice send-off show.
It was beautiful. Yeah, it was awesome. And we had BC and the Big Rig up from Tulsa, who are
great band.
Yeah, they've been with us for a long time. They've helped us and mentored us and took us on the road, and then we were able to do that with them. And we tried to book a lot of gigs with them if we could. And it was we couldn't think of any other band to have up here with us to do that. And they were obviously more than willing to be here, and we had a blast, and it was turned out great, man. It was a way to end it off for sure. We worked our asses off, and it came to fruition on Saturday.
I'd love to have been there.
If the Damn Jam would offer you a spot, would you be interested to play one more show?
I won't play with Wheeler Walker.
He's got X-rated lyrics, and I don't want to hear it.
I know, you guys are a bunch of great musicians, so I'm sure this isn't the end of the road musically for any of you. But like, is it forever, never again, or is there some memorial show, or is there a $2,500 maybe get you out of seats and get you to come play?
I said 5K. I said 5K.
All right, exactly. 17K get you out of the seat.
Well, I'm saying you line each of their pockets with a G-bird. They're going to come and play for
Everything's got a price, that's for sure. But I can honestly say that as a group, we never said it was we would never ever play again. We're all here. We're on good terms.
Yeah,
and
that's
so
what I'm saying.
Well, that's what I love. That's why I'm making kind of the parlay.
Right. We never took it all the way off the table. It's not going to be one of them Creed Clearwater Revival situations, but everybody, or the band, or how many other countless other people have been through it.
So the elephant in the room is, why call it quits in the first place?
Well, I'll pass this off to these two up in front here.
Nobody wants to say, really?
No, it's it's
you can move
life.
that thing back a little bit too if you want.
It's just life, It's
I hear you.
It's just one of those deals. Like Jake was saying, I don't think anybody that's standing around here right now is never gonna not play music again. I've come to a point in my life that I've got another business and some other things going, and it's just I just feel like I need to take a little bit of a break, and focus on a couple other things, which I'm still, I think as a human, you're always going to question any decision that you think you've made,
Can you turn off the writing brain, or do you guys continue to write even though as you go away?
I think that once this bug enters your bloodstream and your brain and your psyche and it becomes part of who you are, there's no way you can ever turn off music, Like it's something that you just can't ever get rid of. It's whether you want it or not, it'll never go away. So I think we'll always
very much like herpes. In that way.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, writing's the same way for me. Like even if I'm not doing nothing, I write all the time. I can't stop.
Yeah.
You
can't quit it.
I can think, but eventually I just okay.
Right. The perspective might change, and the focus might change, but the action is still there. It'll never go away. So
yeah, that like tick don't go away.
Right. It never does.
It never was that for me musically, but it was always that for me writing wise. So
right.
it's just shit was spilling out the top of my head, and I can't stop it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so I think it's just time for me. A new chapter. I need some time to
and like you guys are what
refocus.
Mountain Deer Revival is how many years? At 15 years total almost.
Well, it's 12 or 13 total, but all of us have been together for over 10.
So that's a decade of with you guys touring and
doing all
sniffing
types
each other's farts and in buildings and being all. You guys have been all over the fucking place.
We've been all over, and it's been a blast.
Explain to the people you guys won a pretty prestigious event when you won the Jack Daniels thing.
Deal.
So how'd that come about? I mean, you guys won a pretty cool thing there, and how'd that roll about?
So our previous manager, Monica, didn't even tell us that she entered us into this Jack Daniels Battle of the Bar Bands competition. She just entered it kind of
Yeah, you can let him sit in. Come sit in.
entered it on a whim and just submitted, you just submit your like band, profile kind of thing.
Yeah.
Your
And were you guys
press
were
kit or
you guys
whatever
were
they call
in
it.
Wichita at this time?
Correct. Yep.
And where was this competition at?
It was that's the thing is it wasn't actually.
It was an
any place.
iHeartMedia,
It was booked.
event.
It was put on through iHeartMedia and Jack Daniels.
Oh, you gotta walk just a little bit this way because of that
And
camera.
they-
Yeah, there you go. You're good right there.
And
Fucking
they-
cameras and lights and
there
shit's
was
annoying.
no-
They're everywhere.
I know, guys. I know it's fucking annoying. But.
Right. There's no actual competition. It was you submit your info packet of your songs, your videos, your bio, all that stuff.
But it was like people voted, I believe.
Yeah.
Right. So you
Yeah.
submit your stuff in, and then they picked regional winners.
Yeah.
There's so many people from all these regions won. So we got picked for our region. And so there was like 30 some, I think, finalists.
Did you guys have to
that
battle the bands
won.
it, or did they just
Well, no,
did they just listen
that's
to
the
your
thing.
music?
No. She never told us until we got.
So you just submitted via just your recorded music.
Correct.
Yep. And people voted on.
So
the
nobody came and
songs.
watched you fucking guys. You just
Nope.
here's our recorded shit.
Nope.
Yep.
Check it out and
Yep.
see
Yeah.
if we can win this
So
or
you
not.
submit it to
That's
these
fucking
people,
awesome.
and they,
a lot of other bands throughout the country.
all over the U.S.
Yeah.
Hey, but I think that's at least fair, okay? Because some of these Battle of the Bands is like a popularity contest. Who
They're all
brought
rigged.
enough friends and family to win this? Big
Or what small record label
Or who
stacking
knows,
the crowd with
or
this
who
shit,
knows
you know?
who's putting it on,
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You're like some record
that
company
works
will like
for
be
me.
boosting somebody.
You know what I
so.
mean? Like that works a little
Well,
bit
it's pretty
better.
objective, and that's what you want.
Yeah.
Something that's fairly objective.
Yeah.
I mean, as long as it's recorded good. And who recorded your guys' album that you guys submitted to them? Who was your guys' first?
That was at Brick House with Craig Beebe.
With Craig, yeah.
Oh, Craig
Yeah,
Beebe. Shout out to Craig Beebe. I went to high school. with Craig
Craig's a
Beebe.
badass, man. We love that
Craig,
guy.
yeah.
He's cool.
His dad just did the
Yeah.
Terry Quiet show
Yeah,
for
yeah.
us way down there. You know, the lighting production.
Craig's good
all
people
that.
and a hell of a goddamn wakeboarder. Jesus
Yeah.
Christ, that guy's amazing.
The pro, I believe.
Oh fuck, man, fuck. He's a cool dude.
Damn good.
So they entered you into this, and you won your region.
Yep. We
And
won
then
our
we started
region.
kind of paying a little bit more attention
So
once
then-
it like, okay, maybe we got a shot at this thing
Yeah.
now. Then we started hitting people up like, hey, go vote for us. Like,
So it was
maybe
all
we'll win.
voting at the
Yeah.
very end of it. There was never you had to go do this live anything. So what happened after you guys ended up winning it?
They took Dell and I to. You can tell us.
Oh, you guys can tell this story.
Well, you gotta pop it in the
Tell
mic.
story, Dell.
Yeah, somebody. Hand on the mic for a second.
It was amazing, but we were all supposed to go. It was one of those things. I hate to call that out, but
It's true.
But yeah, there was.
there was some shifty stuff that went on as far as
Nothing's ever on the angle, is it?
Right.
no.
It's a fucking music industry, man.
That's what I think.
Package promise was not.
Yeah,
Exactly.
What I heard from it was that they weren't really expecting a Wichita band to win. Now, if they had an L.A. or an Atlanta or a Houston or a Nashville band or something,
It was
Well,
exactly
you
that.
guys
That
should,
infrastructure
you guys should
was
take
built.
that as a huge badge of honor for shitting in their cooler.
well, you guys upset
On
the
their
apple
fucking-
cart, and that's amazing. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah,
in a big way.
Yeah.
Seriously.
I think that's
But
amazing.
Honestly, Wichita won us that. Everybody that voted for us was from here in Kansas. Kansas won us that competition.
Well, I turn that
That's
back on you
awesome.
guys. You guys are talented enough to earn that trust from us.
Thank you.
Wichita is a stand on your laurels, word of mouth city, and it always will be. People say you're good, then people believe you're good. That's about how it works in this town.
gotta win
So
around.
you
Each-
guys had to get people behind you to win that in the first place. So
Each
you
one of
really
us-
take the credit for yourself because Wichita ain't an easy town to win over.
We are Kansas to the bone, like each one of us, and that shows, and it showed with that, and our people came up, and that's the truth. They won that competition for us.
Oh yeah.
So what that opened doors for you? What happened after that? Anything cool? Did you get to? You just get to say that we won this thing.
Yeah.
Tennessee.
Yes, Jake and I got to go to Tennessee, so we got to go to the distillery. It was an amazing experience.
They treat us really well.
They-
3 days
Nice.
up there, I believe.
3 days, we got the treatment from Jack Daniels.
They give you like a case of the top tier, or
No,
You try to
they
throw a
gave us
barrel on your
bottles,
back
though.
and run out of that motherfucker.
They
won't
give
miss
us,
this one, I swear.
Gentleman Jack.
Yeah,
all
buddy.
sorts of stuff. All
Gentleman
sorts of
Jack's one of
swag.
my favorites.
They
Just
hook you up with some
small
good, they hook you up
batches,
with some
so-
good meals
Care
at least or
packages.
something.
They really did.
Yeah, that's
they
nice.
took care of us.
It's
It
nice
was
when somebody
amazing.
bougies you out, gives you nice,
They
shows
did.
you.
You look at those turkeys up in the mountains by the distillery, and you smell the mash every morning. Like they gave us Airstreams.
We had our own private Airstreams, and
it was luxurious.
the Zach Brown band was there the weekend before we were, and so they took all the winners that. I guess COVID had hit the year before or something for this deal,
Yes.
and so they had like 3 winners up there. So it was Dell and I representing
3 years worth of winners.
Yeah.
So it was,
shit.
it
Oh,
was,
okay.
it was
They
two
had waited
people
for this whole trip for everyone.
per
And is this a thing
year.
that they still do too as well?
I haven't heard it coming upon this year, but like I said, we
No,
kind
I
of threw a
think
wrench in
they're
their
done.
in their stuff the last time the winners. So I haven't heard anything about it. They may still be doing it or not, but they did take us out and they wined and dined us, and we stayed at the distillery for 3 days.
It was profound.
We had our own chefs that cooked us for us, whatever.
No way.
Oh, it was great.
No, that sounds
We
awesome.
woke up on a hillside amphitheater basically situation, and we had breakfast and lunch and stuff outside, and then we did the tours of the distillery, and they took us. They pretty much own the town of Lynchburg at this point. The
I'm
distillery
sure.
does. Yeah, I mean,
Everybody in that town works at that
it's,
distillery.
yeah, exactly. It's
It
amazing.
really was cool.
And it's a
It
it's a
was-
really
it was
family oriented thing. I came away with a new perspective towards Jack Daniels. I'll tell you that. My dad's been
like
supporting
life.
them for years. Let me tell you. And I just didn't know why until after I left the distillery. I was like, you know what? I get it now. They're good family based.
He paid a couple months rent. to
Oh,
that
but
place.
I was about to say, man, it's, the
we
least
should-
they could do is fly us out there and maybe buy the old man a new truck, as much money as he spent.
We got to circle back. Each one of us should have been there. According to the contest rules,
Yeah, they were supposed to take us
all of that.
So we
They were supposed to take us all.
Can we get into it a little bit of what happened there? Why you guys? Because I'd be butthurt if I was you three and didn't get to go.
We could have
and what the fuck
fucking
happened?
sued them.
Yeah.
Pretend that I'm Connor for a weekend if I need to be, you know. But,
Yeah,
I'm a
yeah,
Jim Beam man, dude. I don't want to go to that shit.
All right, stand on those laurels. I'm gonna go take the fucking
yeah, exactly.
personal chef for a little bit.
It was
Bartender Aaron, please.
Open that bitch up.
that kind of put a sour taste in our mouth just for the fact that of what they had promised and what we got. I'm glad that some of us got to
I
experience
think
part
they
of
said
it.
something changed since
clipping
COVID
that,
rules
too.
weren't updated or some crap like that.
Yeah, they gave us the runaround about they forgot to change how it was worded because of COVID, and it was the old rules.
Well, they forgot.
Get the
that
fuck
their
out of here! I
fault.
mean,
Yeah,
dude,
so-
you know they had that budgeted for 5 to a 6-piece band. Dude.
Right.
Get the fuck out of here!
Exactly. So it was one of those deals where we were treated well, and when the 2 of us that got to go, and then Del Rey and I, they sent us there on what was it, a Tuesday to like a Thursday?
You guys like have to wave at him at the airport, like all sad.
Well, me and Del Rey kind of pulled a fast one on them. We pulled a fast one on them. So they called and told us when our plane was leaving. It was leaving on on a Tuesday morning, and they were going to fly us back on like a Thursday night. And I didn't tell the Jack Daniels people, but I went ahead and got the reservations, and I called the airline. I said, "Fuck that, we're gonna leave Tuesday night, and we're not coming back till after the weekend." So I called the airline, changed the tickets and all this shit, and we were going to come back. So we went to Nashville after Lynchburg, and we stayed 3 days in Nashville too, Dell and I.
Bet.
So it would have worked out great, but when we flew to Dallas, and we were supposed to be there right at about, I think we were going to be there that night at like a midnight if it had worked out right, and we'd have been at the distillery at like 8 o'clock that morning. Well, we get to Dallas, shit goes down in the airport. We don't make it. We're stuck in Dallas, and the tour is like, we're supposed to be there, and they're picking us up at the airport at what, like 8 that next morning?
Yeah.
It's like midnight in Dallas, and I'm calling the fucking representative for Jack Daniels. I said, "Hey, you guys didn't know this, but we didn't take those flights, you guys. We took different flights, and we're in Dallas, and we're not gonna be there tomorrow." So he was like, "What? You guys are the winners this year, right?" I'm like, "Yeah. I didn't tell you guys any of this stuff. We're late, so you guys can start the tour and stuff without it." He was like, "Oh man,
We'll be there eventually.
yeah." But man, he was actually super cool. He was like, "You know what? It's all right. Just call me when you get here, and I'll figure out how you're gonna get down here, because it's like an hour drive from the airport to Lynchburg."
And they gotta send some lackey to come pick you
The
up.
iHeartRadio guy said that he would pay for our Uber from the airport. So when we made it, we got
like
down
Uber,
there.
It's like Ubering from the fucking Denver airport.
Exactly.
An hour Uber? Like, holy shit,
So
what is that?
So we showed
Oh,
up.
it
They
ain't
were already
cheap. It
starting
ain't
their
fucking
little.
cheap.
Their first. Everybody already had their introductions. Me and Del Rey are just fashionably about an hour and a half late. And we walk in, and everybody's like, "Man," they're at the end of it. They're like, "We wonder who the hell you guys are." And they knew we were the coolest dudes there when we left. So
we
had a
show
good
up
time.
when we want.
That's right.
And,
yeah.
We do what we do, and
yeah. And then everybody's like, "Man, we got to go home." And we're like, "Yeah, we got another Uber. We're going back to Nashville for 3 days. Y'all have a good time." So
Later.
yeah, good seeing y'all after all these times.
I love it.
But yeah, we took what we could from it, and it was prestigious for this part of the country. That's exactly what they were saying. And
Well, it was bigger than they were expecting for this part of the country.
They didn't expect it at all.
I think that's what happened. Is that you guys came out as the underdogs and fucking won the whole damn thing, and they didn't know how to handle that.
It was it was a shock, and that was actually from their mouth. They were like, "Man, sorry that it didn't turn out the way it was supposed. Thought it was going to."
Yeah,
and
we did have that phone interview, and they didn't come out right out and say it, but they pretty much
said they were expecting a bigger market on one of the coasts because they already own this. They already have this market, and I was like, "Well, you ought to take care of your people because this is your market, obviously."
Well, obviously the market here is voting better than the ones on the coast.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
I mean, this is fair enough. You're getting more engagement here. I mean, it's not a fucking hard algorithm to work out here, buddy.
That's right.
We don't need Facebook's fucking computers to figure this out. The voting is right here in your fucking face.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, get behind that. I mean, if you got somebody, I don't care what pocket of the country it's in. If you got somebody that's got a swell behind them, there's something there. I mean, if you're winning contests like that just on pure fucking voting alone, that's not easy to do.
No, it's not. And
We
that
got some
just
cool fans.
So
yeah,
what
we
year,
got some great fans.
What
We had a
year
good
was
town.
that? What year was that?
21. It was the official year we won it, right?
And
22.
then-
22. I'm sorry, 22.
Most of that stuff happened the next year, right?
Yeah, and we didn't make it there until
Right.
yeah, they didn't fly us out there till April of 23. So
my next question is, what's next for each of you? You guys want to each tell us if you got anything on the horizon music-wise? You got what should we look out for? What should we look
I'm
out
still
for?
I'm still
I
playing.
might play drums in some capacities.
Yeah,
somehow.
yeah. Connor's still playing. I'm still playing. Del Rey's still on the market too, like with us, and we still got some stuff. We're not totally done. I don't think it's going to go on. Obviously, it's Mountaindeer Revival. This is its own situation, and whatever happened. And
Yeah, I
this
don't want
is
to
a
play
beautiful
Mountaindeer
thing.
Revival.
Yeah, you can never replicate this, but I know that.
But you can create something.
There's still a lot of music. This is still to be made in this group here, and I'm not sure exactly what the new marketing situation and branding is going to be, but I know that there's still people in this group that are going to be playing still. So keep a lookout.
You fucking better. I mean,
keep a lookout. There's plans and there's stuff going on. So
you guys did great things, man. It'd be a damn shame to just call it quits. Bands break up, musicians move on. That's the story.
Oh yeah,
of the entertainment
there's always
world.
going to be change and grow.
It's
and
nice
how this is.
It's nice when it doesn't go harshly. And
Exactly,
you are still cool with each other,
Yeah.
and maybe a couple years down the line we roll through this again, do a couple more concerts here. You never know what happens.
Hey, some breakups go bad.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? I swear
yeah.
it was a fist fight.
You can't have nothing but love for all these guys. I mean, just for the fact that to stick it out this long anyway, you have to have some sort of camaraderie, and you have to be able to. Sit in a van, you smell each other's farts.
Exactly.
You know their deepest, darkest secrets. You've seen them go through marriages and divorces and losing people that they love because they sacrificed for this.
Man,
and we've all done it.
Not to mention all the other events that you missed.
Yeah, everything.
Yeah.
We
that
sacrificed
you
so
miss.
much.
That's if you didn't hear
That
what he
you
said.
miss.
That
To do this.
the thing that he said is the events that you miss. That is
Yeah.
I don't
It's a
want that to go
sacrifice,
unheard.
like
I don't
you
want
said.
that to go unheard.
And so to have nothing but
Especially if
love
you
and
got
respect
kids.
for everyone here, I have to, because I know what we went through and I know what we did, and everybody here is stand up and top notch friends, and then we got to play music together on top of that. That's a perk.
Well, you never get to
After-
replace that life. You never get to replace that time in your life.
After touring for a couple of years, man, it really became apparent that the relationship in a band is really it's multifaceted. You know what I mean? We have a relationship because we're all friends doing a thing together. But it's music, and so we have to have this creative capacity. I have to be able to tell you, hey, man, just sit back on that bass guitar a little bit and just let it ride. You know, I don't need all the Victor Wooten shit.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
And it's it's like a relationship also, Aaron, and to the point to where you feel you're in a relationship with 4 other people or 5 other people, whatever it be, and you have to know how to approach a situation if you're going to say something about their playing or something about their other life or whatever. I mean, you have to
Even
know how
the
to make,
life
and that's
shit's the
like
hard
being in a
shit.
relationship.
The life shit's the hard shit.
And so, if
I
somebody's
mean, you can
having a
say,
problem,
fix
you're
your
like,
guitar
hey,
shit.
you might have to go to somebody else and say, hey, can you bring this out of this guy? You have to know how to manage this relationship.
How do I tell him to wash his ass?
Right.
You
You,
know what
have
I mean?
to
Like-
build. Yeah, it's exactly. That could be a conversation.
Or-
it never
or-
was with us, thank God, but that could be a conversation.
Or it's a business thing, man. Like, hey, man, I need you to not wear the same clothes for 3 fucking days.
Exactly.
Because you look like shit on stage. Let's talk about this. You know,
Yeah.
Well, it's business. It's creative. We're friends. We're damn near family. You know, like there's so many relationships involved in a band. It's one unique.
It is.
It's a unique thing.
It teaches you a lot about people and about yourself and about how to manage relationships. And man, I'm so grateful for that experience.
So if any of you got out, any of y'all, we got a bunch of musicians here. Any of you started a band and got out on the first road trip and you're like, oh no.
Yep.
We're not.
Yep. Straight up. Straight
We're
up.
at the second.
Mine was never the first run.
We're at the second stop of this tour, and I hate these guys.
I don't see this working out.
Yeah, I've been in bands where I'm like, we're not going on the road. It's not going to happen.
This will never happen.
Yeah. Let's stay right here at the move.
Because I know I've almost moved in with a chick and been like, oh, dodge that bullet.
Yeah. I'm not going to have all the money. I'm not going to.
Start looking at them selfies she's been taking from that dirty ass room. Start rethinking it.
Well, so I love to hear that you guys got some music in you on the rise, and if then there might be a certain amount of dollars that could get you out of retirement. Let's just say
$5K. I'm putting it out there.
Let's just say Mountain Deer Revival.
It's a good number. It's a
good number.
Mountain Deer Revival is in retirement as we speak right now.
And I think that Connor and Dale actually have a decent acting career.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
I've been seeing these commercials, man.
Oh yeah.
Wait.
Yeah.
To me, and I
Which
don't know
one
what
was the
you're
ghost? Was that you, Dale? That was
He
the ghost.
does the vampire.
Oh, the vampire.
Yeah,
Connor
you're
was the
right.
ghost.
That's totally me.
So clue me and the rest of our audience into what the fuck you're
That's
talking
me.
about.
Yeah,
It's
Dale-
Free State Healthcare.
Yeah, Dale's got a couple of healthcare commercials.
So you're a multimedia guy. You do some.
He dabbles in some stuff.
Yeah, Connor, you might have to talk.
I was just an actor. That's all. So
Connor was in that.
makeup, the whole deal.
Put this in there. I'm going to do a singer.
Still talking about the mic?
If you just kick Jake over, it'll.
All right.
It's your fault for hiring.
I
us
was
to come up with
available,
it.
and I went in. I just got out of the chair.
Boo boo. Boo boo.
Hey, we're wondering maybe you guys would like to do the Colonel Commander.
I didn't see the Colonel yet.
The Colonel Commander? Are you kidding?
He's got real acting chops. He's not going to dumb down to this thing.
Yeah, Colonel Commander.
Well, I want to look at it. What does it look
What do you got? You got a commercial?
I heard it, and I was behind the thing.
Sorry, I just
The Colonel Commander, buddy.
Colonel Commander.
That's it. Take you a couple pulls off
you
that
can
thing.
fuck a bag of popcorn.
Oh my god. In the mouth.
You can fuck a bag of popcorn without getting your dick off.
Where
on
can I
it.
purchase
It fucks you in the mouth. Look at that.
Usually these are $75 a piece, but for you, right now on the one-time Aaron and Austin show special, $19.99.
And they're non-microwavable though, so if your popcorn gets cold, you do have to take it off
You
of
have
the
to take
device.
this off of there before you reheat it up.
So it can't take too much friction. So if you're-
That is fresh popcorn. If anybody'd like
Yeah,
a
we
pull.
popcorned that last
Good, man.
Wednesday, so if you need
Oh
some
my
friction-
god.
But yeah, so acting career is that what's next for you
Hell
guys?
no,
You guys.
hell no.
No, I don't think so.
Well, I
it
don't
could
know.
be. You could be the spokesman for
love
Colonel
that.
Commander
I love
for
that
the next
stuff.
20
Yeah, it
years.
was kind of funny with people like just reaching out and texting me like, "I saw you on
was
TV."
that you?
Yeah,
And I was
Alyssa.
like, hell yeah.
Alyssa is his girlfriend, and she did my makeup for all of that.
Today she did today. Your makeup
No,
for
on
today?
that commercial.
Oh, you're not wearing makeup.
No, look at me. I'm a bridge troll. Are you kidding me? Snatch a goat off a bridge.
I think I was just available. That's why Monica's like, "Just get in there." I'm like, "Okay, just go." That's as far as like.
Yeah, it's pretty cool though.
It's like if we need someone to rob someplace, I'm like, I can do that.
Yeah,
sure.
that's right. You were the perpetrator, and you found the vampire in
I
the
was
building.
gonna steal some like.
What in the
heirlooms.
fuck is this?
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
Send me
Oh
a
my
fucking
God.
link to
Yeah.
this shit. I
That
gotta
was
see
so
this
fun.
shit.
That's an allegation.
It really was fun.
And we filmed it at.
Allegedly.
We filmed it at Scottish, right?
Scottish Rite.
Scottish, right? It looked
Downtown.
Oh, yeah, the Scottish Rite building.
Really cool.
was
The
pretty
creepiest
majestic.
building in town.
Like it really is.
I would
man.
say if walls could talk in that room, I'm good.
Yeah. Don't tell me. If walls can talk, don't tell me.
If they could tell you what happened in those rooms, I'm all set.
The secrets they would spill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially that observatory room with those like balconies above it. Look at the children.
There's some rooms you walk into. You
Yeah.
walk right
There's
back
some
out.
scary.
The Egyptian room
That
is
is some
fucking
scary
weird.
white people building, bro.
The fact they have just the different themes anyway is real.
We love the
It's kinda
Temple
sketched
Live.
out.
We love the Temple Live and everything that you do.
Yeah, we do. We played there several times.
Actually, I found a secret. Dracula actually lives there.
Yeah,
So
don't take too many lefts in that joint.
he's 4 layers down. I don't know.
You'll end up in a weird fucking elevator that goes to like some weird rooms that go to another room.
You're in the catacombs now.
Then there's
I don't
another
fucking know
room. You're
what
like, why do they need all these fucking rooms up here?
No. Seriously. Seriously, I took a tour.
It is, dude. It totally is, bro.
I took a tour in that place, and there's one door that opens up, and it is between the two buildings.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah, right. It's like this is the old Scottish Rite, and this is the add-on. But they didn't like tear this wall down to build on. They just kind of built it next to it and made a ceiling.
Some bright
Right?
died.
It's wild.
And so it's like this
And
weird
a light
little
died.
walkway, and you can look down, and it's all the way fucking 3 floors down.
And you can just see the
And
turmoil
it's like
in
it's
that
just in
building.
between the two walls.
I haven't been.
It's
in
like a
that part
different
of the building.
dimension. You know?
Yeah, it's fucked
Dude,
up.
there's people. There's area in that buildings ain't nobody ever been in.
Yep.
there's
Hidden.
some weird ass shit in that building. But cool venue,
stuff.
man. It's a cool idea. I get it why they use it.
Yeah,
But
I've seen
can we
some
get
good
a
shows.
venue on the fucking like ground level? I'm tired of going up
Yeah,
and down all those
stairs.
stairs.
Oh shit,
I can only imagine
It's
what
either-
load in and load out is for a fucking band at that place.
dude. No, you have to load into that sketchy fucking elevator, man.
Yeah, the one in the new.
You know?
I'd load shit at a time. I
closed
wouldn't
gate.
even.
all your shit all the way across the old
Kink.
part of the building.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, that's
It's a mess.
Yeah.
stop yelling at us, Annie.
All right. So before we close out, man, how can we find all the music that you guys did? I mean, you guys put out a hell of a catalog.
Spotify.
Yeah.
iTunes, anywhere.
I want to
What's
put
the-
I want
what's
to put
the
these
best one
links
to
in
go
the
to?
description here.
Spotify, probably.
Apple Music.
That's the one I use.
think,
I've actually been jamming you guys for the last couple of weeks. We're getting ready for this. So.
Google Chrome. YouTube.
Apple Music. Spotify.
And we'll put
Yep.
and we'll put it all out. We'll put it all in the description of this, and we'll get all your. I will. Who's the best person to start a thread with for Annie, so we can get all your guys' information. So we'll talk about that after we get out of
Not
here.
me.
So we can get so we can get all your Instagram and everything, all that crap. Because we want to keep up with you guys. We know you guys have got a lot going on still. So we really want to appreciate you guys coming in, knowing that you guys just played your farewell thing. Unless the money's right, you heard it here first on the Aaron Austin Show.
5K.
We'll come back for 15K. 15K. Me and Aaron only want 1G.
I want to say one thing real quick, and that's Aaron. Thank you for everything you did too.
I love you,
like
brother.
man, you've been. Let's not forget how long you've been doing the things around this town, and you were there at our very first.
I do my best, my
beginning.
friend.
And
Legend.
No better spot to sit right here and go full circle at the end and say, "Hey, man, it's
I
been
love
a
you,
ride,
brother.
man. We love you. Thank you for having us. This has been
Yeah,
a great."
man.
Anybody else?
Thanks for coming
Anybody
out,
else got
man.
anything else? they
Really
wanna-
appreciate you.
If anybody's got anything else, here's your time.
We
We're
love our Wichita City. Without
Yes.
them, we are nothing and haven't ever been. We
Wichita
are
City.
Kansas to the bone,
Yeah, buddy.
and that's the truth.
Matt, I hear you're getting ready to play with Tanner again.
Yeah, well, yeah. Tanner,
Baby ducks.
Tanner.
I almost wore my who the fuck is. I have a who the fuck is Tanner Smith T-shirt.
Oh, really?
Yeah, yeah.
I need to get one of those.
There's only a couple of them around,
There's only a
but
couple.
They are very vintage.
Custom.
Very custom.
Yeah.
Nice. I'll have to get one of those. No, I was just wanting to say thanks to all the people that came out and supported us all over all the years.
Hell yeah.
And that's what made us who we were, was all the fans coming out and supporting us. And just because we're done, there's still plenty of other great bands in town to go out and support. So
And don't
Lots
stop
of-
listening to their music. They ain't like it went away.
lots of
It's
great
still there.
musicians in this
Still
town.
there.
So
Anybody else got
Mountain Deer
any-
Revival, everybody.
you
It's a
got
Mountain Deer Revival.
Mountain Deer Revival.
Thank
was
you
a
Thanks
guys
for doing this,
having us
guys.
tonight. We love you. Yep.